All right, here we go. So this is me. This is me just warming up my serve. Just kind of getting ready for practicing the toss. Yeah, I mean, I think like there's still kind of a lot of confusion I have over exactly like what the technique is. Right, so that's so I went through and I cut all these out. You can see that I'm going forward and looking at the ball toss. It's pretty high. I'm also looking at my racket. I'm not supposed to have it like hang very long. It looks like the motion is pretty decent, pretty fluid. I feel like I could be probably throwing more in. So, what, what am I saying on the video? Oh, I think what I was talking about was just like, as I'm serving, like how can I like kind of get, is there a metric I can use to kind of understand if I'm making progress, not making progress? Anyway, I think I was talking about like the number of balls on the court that went over versus were on my side of the net. So goal would be at first get it over as opposed to getting it in the net, and the next get it in. So my foot position looks pretty, I feel like I need to be turning more to the right. I'm faced like nearly horizontal, perpendicular to the court, so you can look at that. Also, not in this video, but from this view, you can see it a little bit, but my follow through seems to kind of have like, that one like went way across the left hand side of the body, like that one it really swung over. It looks like I'm still like, I'm like pushing off the left leg somehow. So as opposed to like really maybe jumping into it. So I mean, this will be this is pretty much the same thing, kind of for a bunch of times. So that one I feel like my arm was going out more to the side, and then that one was more to the left. So I think it's like me kind of trying to hit like a flat serve versus like kind of spinny. I think I'd really want to be able to like nail down getting that to be consistent and repeatable, and make sure I'm really conscious of like where my follow through is going. Thanks to my partner for making me an iced latte this morning. Kev, you look like an iced latte. Yeah, buddy. Positive self-talk, right? So, in the video, I think I had like 12 for this. Yeah. Sorry, so sped up, went to the other side, changed filming location because I wanted just a different angle. I think this will be more interesting to talk about. I think you'll be able to see like I did peek at this video before making this analysis, but you'll kind of see like the different ways that my arm is extending forward. That one was more off to the side, to my left-hand side. So again, with that one, yeah, and like I think I was like trying to spin that one, and I got caught going to the left. So bad footing, probably bad ball toss. Yeah, that one was pretty high to the left. That one's pretty good. I should be going up to the right in here, so that's some of these. Yep. I'm gonna put my mouse right here so you can see it's still kind of going off to the left. Or yeah, I'm definitely like switching between like following through into the left versus like kind of like, yeah, that one was just like, my right leg seems to still kind of like swing out like that. So that one seemed really off. Yeah, I'm guessing more of the ball toss. In this one, I believe I only missed 6, so 6 ended up being on my side, so that was 50% better. So most of these I think I was getting over, so that was good. Another thing I want to just kind of verbally talk about is like, as I'm recalling it, being able to keep my eye on the follow through, on the point of contact, and then still follow through. Doesn't look like I'm really like. I'm looking forward pretty quick as opposed to maybe like looking at the eye or at the ball. So maybe in the next video I can kind of like look into that. There. So toss is looking decent. How's the flow look of the racket? Is it still waiting? It might be still waiting. Yeah. When I was hitting these, that one I must have missed.
I will take you with me while I'm picking up balls. Kev, you're a phone right now. You're in the phone. I'm in the phone right now as I speak to you. I love you, Kev. All right. Thanks for making it to Alpha Strength today. I think it was hinge and pull with Amber. And then got some good sauna time in. Whew. And what else did we do today? Oh yeah, we did yoga right after. So had a protein shake. Feeling a little tired after yoga, especially after the lifting session. I haven't eaten other than that protein shake. So I mean, it's fine. Trying to hold this to a decent level. I think my takes on the serves, now that I'm here, did this in a half hour. I feel like it's 2 baskets for half hour, pretty good rate. I could probably do 2 more, but I think I'm gonna hit up against the wall. Things that worked well. Let's start with that. A little retro. Reflect. We was definitely working on keeping the flow of the racket moving instead of like letting it sit up at top. So we'll see how that turns out in the video. And then I guess we could clip this to the beginning. And then what else? All right. I'm gonna switch it around. All right, so yeah, I was working on keeping it flowing, so we'll test in the video to see if that was the case on most of them. Tried some different angles of the camera to try to see if I can, if I'm like leaning over the edge or if I'm like pulling back, or see if I can get some sort of alignment with the lines of the court. Keeping the racket head from hitting my head and keeping that back. I feel like I did pretty well today, and on those ones that I had a good toss that was short enough and could do that, pretty much went over. It didn't always go in. I still caught myself like throwing it pretty high, and I kind of felt myself like whee, like tossing it way up. And then I was playing a little bit with the rocking of the racket to try to like, put more weight on my back foot and then, jump into it. I was trying to pretty much stay still, but I feel like that extra, like the racket bend kind of, I'd have to play around with it more. I'm more just kind of used to like bringing it down. I remember yesterday and a little bit today noticing like the more I can like kind of keep my hand up and eyes locked at that, and then bringing my racket to kind of something's connected with like where my left hand ends up being and where I hit. So there's that. And then yeah, so I had 12 on this side that I didn't get over, and then there was 6 on this side. So honestly, that's pretty good in my opinion for improvements. And I guess I'd like to see 0. I didn't really measure which ones went in, but yeah, I mean, just getting it over the net, I feel, is just a good benchmark to start. So all right, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for playing today.